Lost video, but by popular demand, people want to know how I make my homemade buttermilk biscuit. From the rooter to the tutor. That means from start to finish. So watch the video to the end, comment, like, and share. Now, I know y'all can do that for Brian's Backyard Boogie. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Today I'm gonna make some biscuits. I'm gonna make some biscuits for my husband's work crew in honor of our anniversary this week. So y'all seen my easy biscuits, but y'all haven't seen like the regular old-fashioned biscuits that I'm gonna make. So today some I'm gonna roll and some I am gonna cut out. So y'all just stay tuned and see me make these wonderful biscuits. Right, so I'm using my cutting board today. You can use whatever board you need. Sometimes I just clean my island really good and I use that. So I'm gonna see if my cutting board will do everything I needed to do today. So I'm gonna put me some flour. And I'm making a lot of biscuits, y'all, because some of them I am going to freeze. My grandmama used to make them in a pan, a wide pan. So it's a pile of flour. I'm gonna make me a hole in it. And inside of that hole, I'm gonna put some lard. That old-fashioned country biscuit requires those old-fashioned lard. I normally use the lard that we render from our hogs, but at this point, we didn't have any left. So I used the store-bought lard. I guess I got maybe about 2 cups of flour here. I just kind of measured with my eyes. I guess that's about 2 tablespoons of lard. I'm gonna put just a little bit more because I feel like I need a little bit more. I'm gonna mix it and combine it all up. I'm gonna work this up with my hand, breaking the lard up with the flour. And I kind of just squish it through my hands. It is a messy job, so you may get a little bit somewhere, and that's okay. Sometimes cooking is messy. A lot of times I don't do this part because I just don't like it. I don't like to be putting my hands in it, but it's all right. And you could use gloves, but let me tell you, when you're making biscuits, gloves is not the one. They are not gonna work that good. It's a headache. It gives you a headache. So I'm getting the lard. Broke up and coated kind of in all this flour. It's getting mixed together. All right, and I'm trying to keep it on my board. I hope I can do it this way. I'm gonna put another hole in my lard. I meant well in the flour. Again, it's kind of messy. You can kind of keep flour to the side to help get the extra excess stuff off your hands so you can move a little bit. All right, so I got my hole here. I'm gonna get my buttermilk. I'm gonna shake it up. Pour in my buttermilk. As I'm pouring my buttermilk, I'm just working that buttermilk in my flour. And I just keep pouring until I feel the consistency. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be soft. It's not gonna be a hard dough like I made those dumplings. It's gonna be a soft dough. And I just keep mixing until I feel the consistency that I want. And I'm getting all my dough mixed in on my cutting board. I know this looks messy. Trust the process. Just trust the process. If you got kids, you can get kids to help you. They can be making some on the side. I used to have Kayla helping me when she was younger. She loved doing it. Playing in the dough. Making her little biscuits, and I'll cook them in the stove for her too. All right, we almost there. And I'm still mixing in the buttermilk. My dough is almost where I want it to be. It's pretty there. It's kind of sticky. If it's sticky like this, you're on the right track. So I'm gonna add just a tad bit more buttermilk. Just a tad, because I want it to be moisture. I want it to be fluffy. I want you to actually be able to taste the buttermilk. So who taught me how to make biscuits? My grandma. My grandmama taught me how to make biscuits. And she taught me exactly what to look for, how to do it. I think I might have been about in my 20s when she first showed me. Then we're gonna take some more flour. And I'm gonna knead just a little bit. I'm not gonna knead too much because I don't want my biscuits to get, hard. I want them to stay kind of soft and fluffy. Coat my hands well, and I'm just gonna knead it. Guess that's what you call it, kneading. I don't know. You just fold it and push, fold and push. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting to my ball. Adding flour as I need it. If I see any sticky parts to my pan, if I see any sticky parts to my cutting board, folding over and I'm pushing. Folding over and push. Folding over and push. Fold over and push. Fold over and push. Going from each side, fold over and push. And I'm gonna go to this last side. I'm gonna fold over and push. Okay. All right, now I have my ball of dough. Now all I need to do now is just cut it out. Isn't that pretty? Because I'm still gonna cut my biscuits, I'm gonna use my same area and I'm gonna put flour all over because I don't want it to stick to my pan when I get ready to pull them up. Now these biscuits I am going to cut, so that's one reason why I use my cutting board. All right, so I clean my hands up a little bit. I'm gonna put some flour on them because I'm gonna pat it down. I always have your little flour to the side to work with. And I'm gonna pat it down. You can roll it out if you want to, I'm not. I'm just gonna pat it down to the thickness that I want my biscuits. And I am gonna cut these out like I said. I don't wanna pat them too much. You don't wanna work with the dough too much because it can make it too hard. So I got my cup, my old trusty cup, because I don't have any cutters. I got like cookie cutters made in the different shapes. I don't have any round ones. So I'm gonna take this cup. All right, love you. I'm gonna take this cup and I'm gonna cut my biscuits. All right, and that is a perfect shaped biscuit. I want them kind of big because I'm gonna make sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits for Jug's co-workers. So, and I have this pan lined with wax paper. You can do parchment paper, and I'm gonna freeze them because I'm gonna get up really early in the morning, and I'm not gonna have time to make these biscuits. So I'm gonna just line the biscuit pan. This lost video was made back in September of 2024. Since the video was made, I no longer have to use the cup, y'all. I bought me some biscuit cutters because I just want to look a little bit more professional. But I'm not a professional there. I'm just a professional at taking care of my family. So why didn't I post this video? I think I didn't post it because I didn't want to look too bootleg and I just felt like I didn't take good angles. Also, it took a long time to edit the video. It looks so pretty. You just fold the dough up a little bit more, but again, try not to work it too much. That's the sound of the stove saying, put them biscuits in there. And you just flatten it out and get as many biscuits as you can out of them. Might have to add a little bit more flour down there because this dough like it want to start sticking. All right, gonna cut this one. Voila. That's a pretty biscuit. And that was simple ingredients. Buttermilk, lard, and flour, that's it. And this last little bit, I'm just gonna roll it out. This is how you do a biscuit. Just flatten it a little bit. And that's a biscuit, how a biscuit looks when you roll it. Just as pretty. Here's my pan of biscuits, and I'm gonna freeze them about 30 or 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna put them in the freezer bag and they last about 3 to 4 months in the freezer. Then if you want to cook your biscuits instead of freezing them, you have your baking pan, and it's already coated with lard. I just took my fingers and put lard on the bottom so it doesn't stick. And then you cook them in the oven for 450 or 475, and you cook until golden brown. Thank y'all. And here is how they look in the full pan. You definitely have to make sure that they touch. It makes them cook better. Y'all see that biscuit cutter I bought? These were the biscuits that I cooked about a week or two ago. The only thing I did was just added some melted butter to the top, and it's time to eat. Here's the finished biscuit that I took to Jug for work and his co-workers. And there's another one that we had for dinner one night. You have officially finished this training. If you did, comment Lord so I'll know. Good job. Thank y'all for watching.